With the release of the Los Santos Summer Special DLC, the wait for the Heist DLC in December has officially begun. Personally, I'm very much looking forward to it, but I've been thinking about it a lot. What could the new location be? Could it be a return to Liberty City, or will we stay in Los Santos? Let's discuss. We should start with the current rumors that are going around the various websites and the usual suspects and see how viable they really are. First up, returning characters. The rumor has it that Niko Bellic, Michael, and/or Franklin will make a return. So let's start with Niko. According to this article, there was a Reddit post made back in January highlighting a couple of things that are coming to GTA Online. Now, while the original post has been deleted, the heist is rumored to take place in Liberty City and Niko Bellic will make a return, according to that post. There is unfortunately a pretty big issue with this, and that is that the voice actor for Niko Bellic has been pretty vocal in the past that he only got $150,000 for his voice acting job and even publicly complained about his feelings about this. Now, this is obviously all business and contract stuff that happened 12 years ago, but since then obviously stuff has also changed a lot in the industry. But it doesn't change the fact that Rockstar was essentially publicly shamed in a way. So while it would be super cool to see Niko make a return, I wouldn't really get my hopes up. In single player, Lester does say that he disappeared off the radar, and that does leave an open ending. So while I wouldn't completely disregard the possibility of Niko returning, I feel that the chances are going to be very slim. Especially because I don't see Niko being turned into someone who would tell you what to do in a heist. It just wouldn't really feel right to me. And then there is the rumor about Michael and Franklin returning, which all started from this clip from April this year.
I don't think anything related to Rockstar is in production right now. All I know is that they're still doing online content for GTA 5. And me and Ned waiting on our Rockstar. We waiting to do our online, man, our what they call that, Ned? Because you know more about it. What are we waiting to do online? A heist or something or something?
Oh, yeah, that would be fun. I would love to be one of the guys who gives out the, who sends you out on the missions. Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be really cool.
I heard that they had something with us coming up to do that, so.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
I find this rumor to be a little bit more plausible because Franklin and Michael's actors have been very vocal about their love for the work they've done with Rockstar, as well as being open to coming back for more. The current story of GTA Online is also past the point of the unit depository in single player, which is the last heist you do. Because Lester mentions having robbed it already when you start out with the casino heist and how he doesn't need any more money, he's already done the biggest thing ever, blah blah blah. So that means that Michael and Franklin, at the time that we're currently in a GTA Online, have been enjoying their funds for a while, and at the end of single player, it doesn't really fully conclude what they're going to do as well. Michael's been out of retirement before, and I'm sure that for the right reasons, he will be back in the game. The same goes for Franklin. Once a crook, always a crook. Especially when you think about the amount of returning characters that we've been having over the past few years. Whether it was just a text message or not, the cast of GTA Online has a lot of people from single player. And yes, I wouldn't be surprised if Lester would be giving you a call again. Now let's talk location. There's 3 options that I would personally see that could happen. The Mile High Club will get the casino treatment, North Yankton gets put to use, or we go back to Liberty City. The High Mile Club getting a casino treatment would make sense to me, but I feel it will likely impact game performance too much, like it has done with the casino. There's no denying the fact that the area in and around the casino has a noticeable drop in performance, and adding another casino-like transformation to the map would likely make people who still play on the first editions of the PS4 and Xbox One cry even more than they already are. So for that reason, I feel that having this new location being outside of the city, or at least outside of the island of Los Santos overall, would be a more valuable option. The reason I'm saying this is because of the recent addition of the aircraft hangar. Take a look how far away this aircraft hangar is, and even with 30 players in a session, the performance seems to be totally fine. At least that is from my experience on PS4 Pro, where I do notice big performance drops in big lobbies too. And for those who remember, you could actually glitch North Yankton back into the map in 2013, fully explorable, and there was plenty of it that was solid, thus meaning you could drive on it. While there isn't a lot in North Yankton, it's probably a lot easier to have North Yankton be accessible than adding a couple of buildings and whatnot to it, and then just kind of make it feel like it's more complete, rather than building an entire new thing from scratch. However, the problem is that North Yankton is a pretty small town, and at the time of recording, and as far as we know, it only has one bank. So that creates the question, will they go the casino heist route, where they will just be giving you 3 different approaches, or will they bring in and combine other existing locations within Los Santos and Liberty City, like they did in the original heist, where you started with Flisa, then you go do a prison break, etc, etc. However, I do feel that if you're going to bring back Heist, Casino Heist did it in a very interesting way, where you had 3 different ways of going about stuff. But even better than that would be multiple heists with multiple different ways of doing stuff, because they do claim it's going to be the biggest thing ever, and having an entire new location would potentially mean and would potentially make it very cool if you're able to do it in multiple different ways and having multiple different kinds of things to do. Liberty City to me is also something that could be possible. The way they could make sure that it wouldn't impact the game performance too much is by having you load into North Yankton or Liberty City or a new location by going to do the same thing like they did with Casino Heist, which is loading you into a separate session away from everyone else and just have you and your 3 other players. They could also just have separate lobbies for Los Santos and in the location as well. At least that's what I would hope they would do. Because if you ever try to mod Liberty City into GTA 5 single player, it's a nightmare in terms of performance. And that's on a map without any traffic or any pedestrians. So for that reason, having only Algonquin, for example, would really help with that. And yes, the main reason I'm saying that is because I play through 3-Leaf Clover again for the video, and I would really love to see it in GTA Online. What a great mission that was. The questions do keep getting raised in my head, however. How would they go about launching the heist? Would you buy a plane ticket and teleport there like in San Andreas? How could they handle players wanting to roam around the new location? Because it would be a really big shame if there would be an entirely new location and you wouldn't be able to free roam around in it. And I do feel that if they were to pull off this new location, whether it's North Yankton, Liberty City, or something new, it does show that next gen will likely make more stuff like this even more likely. And maybe we'll even see more expansions to the map in the future. But for now, I just hope we'll hear more about the December's heist update, because I am very much looking forward to it. But those are just some of my thoughts. Of course, I'd love to know what you think down in the comment section down below. What are you hoping for personally? What are your expectations? Of course, let me know all those things down below. But with all that said and with all that done, that was it for this one. Thank you also very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later.
It wasn't anybody's fault what happened to him, and the explosive did its job. The both of you, shut the fuck up!